Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. Do you ever worry about your child's emotional well-being? Children are often seen as carefree and resilient, but they can also experience a range of emotions that can be just as complex and challenging as those of adults. It's important for parents and caregivers to be aware of the signs that their child may be struggling emotionally so that they can get the support they need to thrive. In this video, we'll be discussing 7 common signs that your child may be struggling emotionally and what you can do to help. If you notice any of these signs in your child, please reach out to a mental health professional for guidance and support. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more helpful content. Emotional or behavioral changes. Has there been a noticeable change in your child's behavior or emotional state lately? Emotional and behavioral changes can manifest in various ways, such as increased irritability, frequent temper tantrums, social withdrawal, or a decline in academic performance. These changes can be particularly alarming if they occur suddenly or without any apparent trigger. For example, a child who was previously well-adjusted and performing well in school may start experiencing academic difficulties and becoming increasingly withdrawn. Similarly, a child who was previously active and sociable may become apathetic and uninterested in activities they once enjoyed. These changes can be concerning for parents and caregivers, but it's important to remember that they can be a sign of emotional distress rather than a character flaw. By recognizing these signs, parents and caregivers can work with their children to identify the underlying causes of their struggles and provide them with the necessary support and resources to help them cope. This may involve open communication, increased monitoring, or seeking professional help. Changes in sleep patterns. Does your child have difficulty sleeping? Changes in sleep patterns are a common sign that a child is struggling emotionally. Children who are dealing with emotional issues may have trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or may wake up earlier than usual. For example, a child who is anxious about an upcoming test may have trouble falling asleep the night before. Similarly, a child who is grieving the loss of a loved one may experience changes in their sleep patterns as they cope with their emotions. Changes in sleep patterns can also be a sign of other underlying medical conditions, so it's important to rule out any physical causes before assuming that it's due to emotional distress. If you notice that your child is struggling with their sleep patterns, it's important to talk to them about it and try to identify any underlying causes. You can also work with your child to establish a consistent sleep schedule and create a relaxing bedtime routine. In some cases, it may be helpful to seek professional help to address any emotional or behavioral issues that may be contributing to your child's sleep problems. Changes in appetite or eating habits. Is your child eating more or less than usual? Changes in appetite or eating habits can be another indicator that a child is struggling emotionally. Children who are dealing with emotional issues may eat more to cope with stress or may lose their appetite and eat less as a result of their emotional distress. For example, a child who is going through a stressful event, such as the death of a pet or the divorce of their parents, may use food as a way to cope with their emotions. On the other hand, a child who is struggling with feelings of sadness or depression may lose their appetite and eat less than usual. Changes in appetite can also affect a child's physical health, so it's important to monitor their eating habits closely and ensure that they are getting the nutrition they need. If you notice that your child's appetite or eating habits have changed, it's important to talk to them about it and explore any emotional issues they may be facing. Encouraging your child to eat a balanced diet and establishing a regular meal schedule can also be helpful. If their eating habits continue to decline, it may be necessary to seek professional help. Decline in academic performance. Has your child's grades slipped lately? A decline in academic performance is another sign that a child may be struggling emotionally. Children who are dealing with emotional issues such as anxiety, depression, or stress may have difficulty concentrating on their schoolwork or may become disengaged from their studies. For example, a child who is anxious about a test may find it difficult to focus on the material or may not study effectively. Similarly, a child who is grieving the loss of a loved one may not be motivated to participate in class or complete their homework assignments. A decline in academic performance can be frustrating for both the child and the parents, but it's important to remember that it may be a manifestation of underlying emotional issues. By addressing these issues and providing the necessary support and resources, parents and educators can help children get back on track academically. This may involve working with the child to develop effective study strategies, providing additional support and resources, or referring the child to a counselor or therapist. Social withdrawal or isolation. Does your child spend most of their time alone? Social withdrawal or isolation is a sign that a child may be struggling emotionally. Children who are dealing with emotional issues may withdraw from their peers and avoid social interactions. They may lose interest in extracurricular activities or decline invitations to participate in social events. For example, a child who is struggling with feelings of sadness or depression may isolate themselves from their peers as a way to cope with their emotions. Social withdrawal can also be a sign of bullying or other forms of peer victimization. If you notice that your child is withdrawing from social situations, it's important to talk to them about it and explore any underlying causes. Encouraging your child to participate in social activities and providing them with the necessary support and resources to build social skills can be helpful. If their social withdrawal continues, it may be necessary to seek professional help. Low self-esteem and negative self-talk. Is your child overly critical of themselves? Low self-esteem and negative self-talk are signs that a child may be struggling emotionally. Children who are dealing with emotional issues may have a negative view of themselves and their abilities. They may make negative comments about themselves or express feelings of worthlessness or hopelessness. For example, a child who is struggling with feelings of anxiety or depression may constantly put themselves down or make negative statements about their future. Low self-esteem can also be a sign of bullying or other forms of peer victimization. If you notice that your child is displaying low self-esteem and negative self-talk, it's important to talk to them about it and explore any underlying causes. Providing your child with positive reinforcement and helping them develop a positive self-image can be helpful. If their low self-esteem persists, it may be necessary to seek professional help. Frequent illness or physical complaints. Does your child frequently complain of feeling sick? Frequent illness or physical complaints are another sign that a child may be struggling emotionally. Children who are dealing with emotional issues may manifest their distress physically, such as through headaches, stomach aches, or other unexplained symptoms. For example, a child who is anxious about a test or presentation may develop a headache or stomachache on the day of the event. Similarly, a child who is struggling with feelings of sadness or depression may complain of frequent headaches or other physical ailments. It's important to rule out any underlying medical conditions before assuming that a child's physical complaints are due to emotional distress. However, if a child's physical symptoms persist and there is no apparent medical cause, it may be helpful to explore any emotional issues they may be facing. If you notice any of these signs in your child, it's important to take action. By being aware of the potential signs of emotional distress in children, parents and caregivers can play a vital role in supporting their emotional well-being. Open communication, increased monitoring, and professional help when necessary can all contribute to helping children overcome emotional challenges and thrive. Remember that every child is unique and may display different signs of emotional distress. Therefore, it's important to be patient, understanding, and supportive as they navigate their emotions. By working together, we can help create a world where children feel comfortable expressing their emotions and seeking help when they need it. What are your thoughts about this video? What are some other signs that you have noticed in your child or in other children? Let us know in the comment section below, and please like and share this video with others who might benefit from it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.